This is Dan Hudson with University of Vermont Extension. Today we're going to talk a little bit about reed canary grass in the first year, and we're going to talk about the value of companion crops with certain grasses and legumes that have a reputation for being more difficult to establish. We're standing here in Haverhill, New Hampshire, and in a field that was planted on May 1st. We have a bunch of different forage plot combinations here. And what we're looking at right now is a plot where reed canary grass was planted at 8 pounds per acre alone. We can pick out the rows. This was planted quite shallow, and we don't have a plant population problem. We do have a weed problem. If we look straight down here, we can see that the ground's not real well covered. We have crabgrass coming on. It's been a wet year, so we also have a fair amount of barnyard grass out here, and of course lamb's quarters. I'm going to go forward now, so you're going to have to hang on if you don't like a bumpy picture. We're going to look at a plot where reed canary grass was planted with red clover. In this case, the reed canary grass was planted at 6 pounds per acre, and the wildcat red clover, wildcat's the variety, was planted at 6 pounds per acre. And we see really good coverage, not very much soil exposed at this point. And the reed canary grass is very vigorous in this case. We have nearly complete ground cover. We're going to move ahead to a situation where we also added 4 pounds of Italian ryegrass. In this case, it was a variety called Green Spirit. This variety doesn't tend to put a seed head up in the first year. So we have 6 pounds of reed canary grass, 6 pounds of wildcat red clover, 4 pounds of Green Spirit Italian ryegrass. And I do think that if it doesn't contribute to yield, it definitely will contribute to quality. But the Italian ryegrass, we can see here, it has the shiny leaf. This may survive the winter, it may not. We don't expect it to, but it will give us a good bump in yield, hopefully, for all the cuts. And right here we have the reed canary grass, and we can pick out those rows. So we'll move ahead in the plot. Actually, we'll move over. In this plot, we have reed canary grass that was planted with oats and peas at 80 pounds per acre, and we had Kira clover at 8 pounds per acre. I've harvested this already, and we can see the Kira clover is here. It doesn't do much in the first year, but definitely it survived the amount of shade that we had from the companion crop, and we expect that to do a lot more in the first year. You might wonder, why in the world is it red? The alfalfa is having the same problem, the red clover is having the same problem. That's hopper burn from potato leaf hoppers. We're going to move ahead, and here we have a canary grass plot where reed canary grass is planted at 6 pounds per acre, Kira clover 8 pounds per acre, and triticale, spring triticale, at 80 pounds per acre. This has been harvested once, pretty high, probably 4.5 inches, and this triticale is coming back. I didn't expect that to happen after cutting it at that height. It was at flag leaf, but it's trying to do it. These are probably ones that hadn't quite reached the flag leaf stage when I cut it.